My name is C.G. Nagaraj. Uh, I am retired headmaster of DMS RIE Mysuru. I taught biology for almost 25 years for various classes, including class 12. Today, we are coming to the end of chapter 8 of class 12, Biology and Human Welfare. I almost completed about 8 or 9 lectures or 9 talks on this topic, and today we are going to end up this chapter by looking at the summary of the information that we got from this particular topic. I hope you will enjoy this and we will be in a position to learn this as a review today. One important review that you have to do would be to know what is health and what is not health. Health is a state of complete physical, mental, social, and psychological well being, not just the absence of disease. Personal cleanliness, personal hygiene, public health awareness, public health measures, all these will include conditions of health, especially in your own home. How do you dispose the wastage? How do you help the public next to you to help and dispose the waste? These are all the various issues. As a student of biology, you have to keep in mind to 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 say that I am healthy means my environment is clean, my personal health is okay, I don't have any disease. That is the concept of health. So it is not just the absence of disease, but you have to see how you control the vectors like malarial, say, producing malarial spreading mosquitoes or some other vectors that may be around your home or maybe in the garden you have. How do you avoid this? All these will lead to a good mental, social, and psychological health, and that is the state what we call human health, human machine. To be well, we should follow both psychological, sociological, and personal health. One more review or recollection you have to do on diseases. We know that we discussed there are two types of diseases. One is infectious, other is non-infectious. Infectious refers to the disease produced by pathogens. It may be parasites, it may be viruses, it may be animal origin, live organisms, except viruses, which is neither living nor dead. It is in between that. So therefore, infectious diseases are those caused by pathogens and that can be transmitted from one person to other person. Infection can spread from contact, spread from animal vectors, spread from any other method in which the healthy human being gets infected by the disease producing pathogen and he gets disease. That is the infectious type. Non-infectious type refers to the personal disease caused due to physiological dysfunctioning. Maybe diabetic may arise due to hormonal problems, hypertension may be there due to the heart problem, heart may not be working properly. So all these are all personal problems, personal diseases caused by the physiological condition they're non-infectious. So if you are thinking of the infectious disease, you should know how to control the vectors in our house, around your house, in your surroundings. See that mosquitoes are not there. And if you want to avoid physiological diseases, then you must go to the medical checkup once in a way and find out whether all your systems are functioning properly or not. That is the way to keep diseases, either infectious or non-infectious, away from you to be healthy. One more review you have to do on immune system. Immune system refers to the response given to a antigen or a toxin of a pathogen that has infected our body. It might come either from the skin or from the gastrointestinal tract or from the insect bite or from vector bite or from anywhere a antigen is introduced into the body, then all the lymphatic system and other system work together. They produce what are called antibodies, and these antibodies and antigen, they interact. If the antibodies are strong, they kill the antigen or the pathogen producing toxin, and you don't get any disease. If the immune system is weak, if our antibodies are not enough, as it happened in the case of COVID-19, most of the human beings around the world did not have any idea about the pathogen uh, of what you call COVID-19. The toxin produced by this particular COVID-19 was so strong that our immune system did not have any information on that, and therefore many deaths have happened. Then once the immune system fights the disease and gets the uh, memory of that particular antigen, which our genetic system is possible to do that. Genes can store the memory, and when once that gets the sensation that some antigen is infected, immediately that will release a host of antibodies. They work like soldiers and they kill the antigen or the toxin, and thus the immune system works within us. So immune system refers to antigen antibody responses to a particular type of the pathogen, and its produce or what you call the toxin which we fight out of it. When our immune system is strong, we will get over the disease. The immune system is weak, then we become victims to the pathogen. You have to understand, you have to maintain your immune system. To do that, you must take healthy food, do exercises, and then uh, take precautionary measures not to get into the places of infection. When you come home, wash your hands, wash your mouth, wash your feet. See, in the earlier days, people used to say, before you go to your dining table or eating place, when you're squatting for eating, they used to say, wash your legs, wash your hands the moment you come out from your outside. That was a practice in our country. Somehow we have forgotten that. Maybe you have to introduce that once again. I hope you will try to improve your immune system so that any disease will not touch you. That will be a place where you can be healthy. We come to another important concept which you have to remember or recollect, what's called human immunodeficiency. This happens due to many pathological conditions. One may be attack of some viral infection that might reduce our ability to fight the diseases because antibodies are not produced in large numbers or the specific type. and maybe sometimes our own pathological conditions like cancer or HIV or any anatomical or physiological condition might also reduce the production of uh, immuno immune responding chemicals in our body, then that is called immunodeficiency. When that happens, then our ability to fight diseases will decrease. We will be susceptible to any even weakest possible pathogen. Therefore, when once you feel that you are weak enough and your body is not resistant to many diseases, kindly get a medical checkup and then try to improve your immunity. It is not out of question to increase our immunity. You can increase our immunity at any age, at any level. Only thing is you have to seek the medical help for that. I hope you do that. In case you find you are not immune enough to fight diseases. We are back to remember something which you can't forget, that is alcohol and drugs. As I discussed earlier in the last session, that alcohol and drugs have become a part and parcel of our life. Either doctors will prescribe the drugs, or by habit we take drugs, or we become addicted to drugs. Alcohol is the same thing. We start as a social habit, then we drink every day, then sometimes we become addicted to that one. Whatever the type of the drink or drug we take, that will have a direct effect on the physiology of our human body. Even a small amount, even 5 grams of any drug will be enough to destroy a large number of our physiological functions, and long term taking of drugs and alcohol might lead to seizures, might lead to brain defects, lead to lungs disease, lead to cerebrum and cerebellar problems, leads to family quarrels, leads to financial conditions, and leads to bankruptcy, and we may end up in the as a criminal in case if one continues to go addict and then do out of the way alcohol and drugs. So therefore, my dear friends, my dear students, try to avoid these things. As I say earlier, due to the socio-economical conditions of our country, and due to many foreigners coming into our country, we might be a part of the social habits of drinking and smoking, but restrict yourself. Ask yourself whether you can do that, whether your pocket will allow, whether your family will allow, whether your parents will allow you. So, therefore, exercise your control, use your cerebrum, use your thinking to go to either alcohol or to drugs. That is the message this class 12th textbook gives you in the topic biology in human welfare. Remember that. The best way to overcome the ill effects of drugs and alcohol abuse, only one thing that would be helpful would be education and counseling. If you find someone who is a victim to either alcohol or to drugs, if he is your own friend in the peer group, try to educate him, take him to a counselor, a psychological counselor, or a medical advice, so that he will come out from that thing. It is not very difficult to come out from the addiction. I have seen many youngsters addicted for 3 to 4 years have come out within 1 month or 2 months of counseling and good education. And therefore, you should seek the help of medical profession, seek the help of psychiatrists, seek the help of your friends, seek the help of your parents. If you are stuck in the peer pressure, and if you are one among them who need counseling, please go for educating yourself with the help of counselors. That will help you a lot. I don't think that most of you do that, but in a group of 80 or 100, maybe one or two maybe become victims, and they not only becomes social evils, they become evils to their own family or on themselves, their life, they will spoil it. Therefore, to avoid all those things, kindly help if you find someone. There is a saying in English, if you find someone without a smile, give one of yours. We will reverse it. If you find someone in an addiction, try to get them out of addiction by your help. That's all we can say in this class 12 biology class. If you find someone is having problem with drugs or alcohol, be vigilant. Look after them. Look for the symptoms and the signs which would include the confusion of the thinking. They will not be in a position to remember things very carefully. They may not be able to concentrate. They may not be able to do things as they want. They look to be lazy and they look to be relaxing highly. And they feel not to eat anything at all, not to talk anything at all. If you find such people amongst your group, find out as a friend what is the problem they have and be vigilant. And if you find that he is a victim or she is a victim to the drug or alcohol, try to help them. Appropriate measures at the right time can bring them back to life. So that's the meaning of the word vigilant as a human being. Victims of drugs and victims of alcohol or addicts must seek medical help. We are not assuming that every student is in the trap of this, what you call, drug and alcohol trap. But there may be, in a group of 1,000 students, one or two may be trapped. They might be completely absorbed in that activity of taking alcohol and drugs. So, as I said earlier, be vigilant. If you find them, as a social responsibility of a citizen, as a student, kindly help them and give them the advice, take them to medical help. Medical help today can cure most of the diseases, including genetic disease, can be cured. After all, alcohol and drug abuse may completely curable. Kindly take them to the doctor if possible. And remember, medical help is always available 24 hours a day, and all the time any hospital can give you help on any one of the conditions, either of the drug abuse or alcohol abuse can be rectified. So be vigilant, be helpful, have social responsibility, and try to help people. This is what you should learn from your biology class. I'm grateful to NCRT because I use the content given in the NCRT textbook completely. I'm grateful to Google because I have searched and got some information connecting to alcohol and drugs. And I'm grateful to YouTube for accepting this particular clip for publishing. Thank you all. Once again, children, read your textbook. As I said earlier, be vigilant, be careful, be mindful, and try to be socially responsible to either accept or reject alcohol and drug. That will either create your life or it will destroy your life. I hope you enjoy this particular talk and try to tell others if they want, they can watch it up. Thank you very much. All the best. Good luck.